Hey everybody, this is Nico. We're going to go over how we use Hudl effectively. If you have any questions on it, hopefully I can answer them for you in this video. Alright, so now we move over to the video tab. This is where all of your film is going to be stored. You can see mine is pretty well organized. I have uploaded every single clip, every single match of our season last year, even our preseason matches here. When looking at your film, so let's say I wanted to look at this one. So you can see your film here. It has a score at the top. You can tag certain things. So I just want to see Lucy's clips. You can see here, this is one of her kills. That was a very bad kill, but next, let's say I wanted to go to my next clip. Now we can see her error here. Probably hitting out, yep. And we can see the next one. We see her serve. See her serve again, and get 3 aces. Serve again, another ace. So you can sort by athlete, you can sort by rotation. So I want rotation 4, or I want serve receive. I want only perfect passes. So this is really, really helpful in just looking for specific things. It's really, really nice. Now you have your clips area. This is where you can say, okay, I wanted to get this kill because this kill is pretty good. So let's see the kill. Alright, so that was pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is create a clip right there. So if I click on it, you can see the 7-second clip that it was created. You can adjust the timing, you can make it a little bit earlier. So you want to see the play beforehand, you want to see the pass. There's the set, there's the hit. You can see the celebration as well. So that is that. You can rename the clip. I'll say Skylar kill. You can add a comment to it to be like, nice kill, Skylar. Oh. Another thing too is you can draw on it. So for example, if I wanted to draw a line to where the set goes, so I'll go from Emma taking the set down here. I'll draw a line to where the set goes up here. Boom. So now I can do another arrow as well. Let's say my passer passes the ball right there. Boom. Or I can do a circle and say, look at Skylar right there. I can move it around. I can do all I want with this. It's a pretty cool tool to use. So now let's say I'll save that. So when the players go to watch the clip, it will pause right on where you made that drawing or where you made that comment. So they have a second to look, and you can have a second to explain as well what the clip is, what the arrows mean, what the circle means, whatever. Press play again, and then it just continues the clip. So that's pretty cool. Other people can make comments as well. They can draw on it. They can do stuff. So it's pretty nice. So I'll save that clip. And the highlights look a little something like this. They have a little bit of music behind them. And then they go through who got the kill, what the kill was, or what the highlight was, their number, position, and then you can see the score at the top here, and then the set number. So it's pretty cool. You can see how many people have seen it. They're usually about 1.5 minutes long. You can see the players tagged in it. So it's pretty cool. A lot of these highlights, after you just finish uploading your film, are automatically generated. So some of them might not be very interesting or very cool, but hey, it's something. Alright, so that is the video section of the tabs. Now we're going to go to the reports section. This is one I like using the most. So this is where you can look at your stats for the season or for the match. So for example, if I wanted to look at our last match at Nationals, let's say I'll look at specific athletes and their stats for that match. Right now it's showing their averages per match or per set. You want to tend to look at their totals. So for my totals for this match against AUN, whoever that is, we'll say Ashlyn got 1 ace. She got 80% serving percentage. She got 6 kills. So on and so forth. And then if you wanted to say I wanted to look at those 6 kills, say alright, I'll click on it. It'll load all those clips on the side here for you to look at. So here's kill number 1. Here's kill number 2. and the quality isn't necessary. Yeah, it takes a minute for the quality to improve, but you can look at all the clips. You can share it in a playlist, so you can say, all right, I want to send this to Ashlyn herself, and I want her to look at all of her kills for that match. And I'll say, hey, look at your kills from last match. So you can save it, it'll share it with her, she can look at it, and she can be like, oh, that's really helpful, thank you for that. You can sort by match. This is pretty cool too. You can see the scores for each match. You can see the side out percentage, serve receive, all this kind of stuff, and just be like, oh, this match we got 19 kills. This one we got 18. So we're pretty consistent in terms of kills. You can sort by overall, rotation. This is nice if you keep track of your rotations. See, like, okay, my rotation 2, my serve percentage win is higher than my rotation 1, so you might want to start in rotation 2 a lot more, or whatever it may be. You can see averages, so my athlete, if I sort by athlete, see their averages out of the 5 matches, we'll see that Ashlyn has 1 ace per match out of 5 matches. So this is really, really helpful. You can go in and mess around in here. It's really cool. I like it. Box score is just a breakdown of how the match went. So you can see the score here, the final, hitting percentages for both teams. So you can see that they beat us in serve percentage big time. We beat them in digs, blocks. We beat them in errors, which is not a good thing. Serve receive rating, assists, all that kind of stuff. It gives you a breakdown of each player's stats as well as the other team's stats. Now, this is really cool, attack tendencies. So if I want to look at that last match, this shows you exactly what happened during that match in terms of attacks. So if you sort by result, I want to just look at my kills. Those are all of your kills from where they started to where they ended. So you can see a lot of our kills were towards the middle or towards the center right side. You can see as well your attack errors, so where you messed up. So a lot of our outside kills were long, they were out. A lot of our middle kills or attacks were in the net. One of our back row was out. You can see 0 attacks, so this is just an attack that just happened, that they just played out. So a lot of attacks from the outside, same position. A lot of attacks towards the middle of the court, but they played it out. Dash lines are deflected lines, so deflected off a block but still played. And again, you can see attack percentages. You can see who's getting the most sets, who's attacking the most, who's getting the most kills, that kind of stuff. So this is pretty cool. I really like this. Another thing too is you can also sort by, you can also see your opponent's attack tendencies. This is really helpful as well. So you can say, where are we getting killed the most on our side? You can see right now, just based on that last match, all of our kills, all of the other team's kills were to the sides, were to the corners. None of them were ever killed right here in the middle. Some of them were deflected off the block, which is fine. Some of them were short, probably a short tip right over that block. One of them we were killed right in the middle of that court. But you can see a lot of those kills were, boom, right to the corners, which makes sense. So that's pretty helpful just in scouting your other team and also just looking at where you're getting killed. Like, oh, we need to make sure our defense is more solid from when the middle is attacking and covering that corner, whatever it may be. So this is really, really helpful. I definitely recommend looking into this. What's also nice is that your players also have access to Hudl on their phones. There's a Hudl app that you can download. You just go to the App Store, type in HUDL, and it'll be there. But you can straight up just see. You can look at your film. Some players don't have access to the reports, but as a coach, you can look at the reports right on your phone, same way you do for the computer version. If you want to look at your film, this is what it looks like. So you go to your film, I'll rotate it this way. You can scrub through your film like how you normally would on a video. You can also go through the different filters that you would want. So I want to look at all of my perfect passes on this match, and it filters. Apparently I didn't have any perfect passes, so let's look at my 2-point passes. We'll see here, we'll look at my 2-point pass from Maggie here. So that was pretty good. So now I want to look at the next one, so I would just click on the next one. This one was by Mally. Alright, I wouldn't really count that a 2-point pass, but that's okay. Like I said, 95% accurate. So you can do that. And players too can have access to this as well. They can go in and look at all that they want to, which is really, really nice. I've found that a lot of players really utilize this. A lot of my players really utilize it. They obsess over it, which is really cool because they get to really just reflect on how they did, reflect on what they need to do better, reflect on what they did good. And I think that being able to see them themselves perform is really, really important, because sometimes they might see something themselves, and without having you to be there and say that, they can just be like, okay, I need to do this better, or I need to do this instead of this. Again, all of my players have used it very much, so I've been really happy about it. Alright, so now let's talk about the actual upload process and the filming process. So when I'm recording film, you can see just based on my film here, when I'm recording film, I set up my camera like to where I can see the whole court. You want to make sure that's really important. You want to see the whole court as much as you can. If you get only your side, that's fine, but you still are missing out on a lot of what's happening over here, because what happens over here is really important, not just what's on your side. If you have a really widescreen camera like the GoPros, you want to make sure that you stay out of it as much as you can, because those widescreen cameras really have a wide screen. I think you underestimate how much of that court that camera can cover. So just make sure that you're staying out of frame as much as you can. Make sure it's in focus. And another thing, if you set up your camera in a way that you can see the score, that's always helpful as well, because then they can match the score up here with whatever score is on the board. And again, if you can't get the other side completely, that's fine. You want to mainly just focus on your side. Make sure you get all of your players. Make sure all their jerseys are, jersey numbers are visible and you can clearly see them. Alright, let's go through a scenario real quick where we just finished our match. We want to go upload everything to Hudl as soon as we can. So this is all of my footage that I've recorded for that day. This is what's on my camera right now. I plug in my camera memory card and this is what I got. I'm going to take all this footage first and upload it to my computer. So you got to keep in mind when you're uploading this footage that when you record on a GoPro or on an action camera, they record in chunks. They don't record just when you press stop and start. They don't record that whole process. They do, but they record them in chunks. And they do that for different reasons. I don't really know exactly why, but it's all bunched up. You can see there's a lot of clips. We only played 3 matches today, but there's a lot of just short clips. So this is our first match. I'm going to just drag here and drop it in there. When you upload, it sorts it by file name, which may not correctly be in the correct order. So when you upload these, make sure that they're in the correct order. You can do that by clicking down here. You can do date modified. This is how I make sure it's in the right order. So this is just going to sort by just when it was recorded. Once that these are all uploaded in the correct order, you click upload. From here, it just begins the upload process. You can see that it's uploading about 12 gigabytes of footage right now. Right here on the right side, while it's uploading, you can start doing the work. So the video type, I know that it was a game that we played. Scheduled event, so this is where if you went into team and schedule and you added your schedule beforehand, you can just go in here and just click the game that you wanted to record for. If not, that's fine. You can just do add scheduled event. So this was we'll say this was a tournament, so this was not part of our Windy City Power League. This was not our regular season. I can do opponents, so I'll just do top flight 14 national, whatever. We do add top flight, click the date, so I'll just do that. Click the time it was recorded. If you don't know the time, that's fine. You can just guesstimate, so I'll just do 8 a.m. That's fine. And for a lot of these tournaments, we're going to be neutral. Make sure that they like to be finicky about this, 8:00 a.m. Alright, so once that's all done, it'll populate the video title for you automatically. We'll say we're at Top Flight. It's our 14 national. You want to send to Hudl Assist. So essentially it tags all of the events that happen. So it tags all the kills, all the serves, all the everything. Tags everything. So you want to make sure that you do that. So I'll click that. It'll take me to a separate window. Rate your breakdown. I don't need to do that. So it'll ask you how many sets were in this match against Top Flight. I know there was only 2 matches. Your starting rotations, this is only really important if you care about this. If you don't care about this, you can just set it to 1. It doesn't really matter. This is just going to go based off of your stats. So if you don't care about your rotational stats, that's fine. Just do 1. It doesn't really matter. And then starting rotations for the other team, again, you don't really care about the other team's rotations that much. If you do care and you somehow know the rotations, then you can set that for them as well. Which team serve first? If you don't know off of hand, just literally just go back into the first clip. Let's say I'll look at this one. So this is our first clip. We can see Etta serve first. So we have Ike's Volleyball Club serve first. Jersey color, again, if you don't know, just look back at the clip. Boom, it's right there. We are gray. The other team is gray as well. Sometimes you just run into that. So what I would do in that situation is I would say, okay, since we're gray and they're gray, my libero is purple, so I'll just make us purple. I'll make them gray. So I'll do that. So we are purple, they are gray. Final score, so this can be a bit confusing. Final score is just going to be score in sets. So if we know that we won both sets, Top Flight won 0 sets. If we split, say we do 1 and 1, it'll just show up as a tie. Let's say we won 2 sets, they won the first set, so we took it to 3. We can do that as well. You don't really want to put the score of the sets themselves because it'll do that automatically. And they'll just get confused, so just put set score here. So we'll say we won 2 sets, they won 0, because we're the best. Players, you want to make sure that if all of your team is here, click all roster, and boom, they're all here. For example, now let's say Giada was gone, Ali was gone, Ashlyn was gone that day. So now I only have 8 players that day. You can add or update people, so let's say we had a player that is not on our team, but she filled in for us. You can add them to this as well. Get their jersey number in there. So once you do send to Hudl Assist, it'll send it. It'll come back again in about 24 hours, sometimes 2 days, depending on the film and stuff. But again, it's pretty accurate. Make sure you're using that. Make sure you send it to Hudl Assist and do this correctly. What's really important is that when you're uploading these to Hudl, that you do not close the browser. You do not close this tab. And if your computer randomly shuts off, or again you close that browser, then it'll show up in your videos as like a corrupted video. You don't want to do that. So make sure that you keep the tab open while you're doing the upload process. You can also do multiple at a time. So let's say while this one is uploading, I'll upload something else, and then I'll upload my second batch of film. So it'll be this one. So I'll do that. Make sure again, date modified. Boom, it's all in order. Upload. So you can upload multiple at once. Doesn't really make a difference. But what I have found is that you can already see, like, this is taking quite a bit. There's 12 gigabytes to upload. Same thing with this one, especially if there's 6 clips compared to 4. This one's 23 gigabytes, okay? It's going to take quite a long time to upload, especially if you have multiple matches you need to upload. So what I've found is that if you go in, like, say, Windows Movie Maker, if you have that, or any like free video editing program, you can go in and combine them yourselves and upload that video, and that will take literally like 10 minutes, maybe less, depending on the video. But that is so much faster and a little bit easier as well in the uploading process compared to uploading the clips and footage as chunks. You can even cut out certain things you don't want in there, such as like timeouts or whatever you don't want in the video, whether or not it's like taking up too much time or whatever. So once you're done combining the clips into one video, let's take a look at the difference in upload speeds. You can see this has been going for about 10 minutes and it's not even done with the first clip yet. So I'll upload, boom, one file, arrange them in chronological order. There's only one file, so there it is. So you can see right off the bat, it's moving pretty quickly. You again have to go through the time, take the time to tag and title and send a Hudl assist and all that. But you can already tell it's gonna be a lot easier to do it this way than it is this way. Highly recommend doing it this way. If you need help, let me know, please, because this way is so much easier, so much faster. You're not gonna be sitting here for hours. Again, it's probably only gonna be done in about 20 minutes, maybe. And again, you can do multiple at a time. It won't take very long as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you found this video helpful. Like I said, if you need any help, let me know. If you need me to cover anything else, I'm always here to help as well. So that's going to be it. Thanks. Bye.